Let's say good morning now to Korinna Domingo. She's the founder and director of the Cougar Conservancy. Korinna, good morning. Welcome to Wake Up Call.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people have probably seen these new billboards around LA, hashtag break the poison change. Tell us what that is exactly and what you hope to accomplish with them.
Yeah, so the Cities Against Rat Poisons, also known as CARP, we're a coalition of different organizations really just committing to raising awareness about the dangers of rat poison and helping communities with the resources they need to learn about poison-free alternatives. So Break the Poison Chain was originally founded or created by the National Park Service, and a lot of organizations have hopped on the awareness bandwagon, and we just debuted 2 new billboards in the Valley.
Okay, so I think if you would explain what the poison chain is, because I think a lot of people have best intentions. They think that they're just trying to get rid of the rats and mice around their house. But what they don't realize is there is a whole chain that goes along with that.
Yes. So let me break down really quickly how rodenticides move through the food chain. So we call them anticoagulant rodenticides, or ARs for short. And what these are is they're rodent poisons that are sold in the form of food bait, right? We're all familiar with the rat bait box. But rodents, what they do is they ingest the bait, and then with these ARs, they die really slowly from internal bleeding. But what most people don't know is that the story doesn't end just with that rodent, dying, on the sidewalk. What happens is secondary poisoning occurs. And what happens is a predator will consume those rodenticides that are stored in the tissues of poison prey. So let's just give you an example. A coyote or a raccoon then eats the poison rat, and then they become poisoned themselves. And then finally, tertiary poisoning occurs when an animal, let's say a cougar, consumes then a poison predator. So the cougar ate the coyote that ate the poison rat. And that's how these poisons move through the food chain up even to the highest predators in the ecosystem.
Okay, so let's talk about now you're somebody at your house, you realize you have a rat problem, mice problem, something like that, and you call a local pest control company, and they say, sure, we'll come over and take care of it, but there are questions I assume that you should ask them.
Absolutely. So what I like to remember is RED, repel unwanted rodent guests by applying non-toxic products. And in your case, you said you just called for professional help. So professionals can help you repel rodents using non-toxic products. You want to exclude rodents from any areas that they could use as hiding places. And rodent exclusion specialists can assist in sealing all cracks and holes around your home. So that's actually getting at the root cause of the problem of rodents getting in your home, is the fact that they're even able to get in there in the first place, right? And then you want to deter rodents from removing anything that is known to attract them, such as pet food and fallen fruit and yard debris. It's really important with rodent management that you really keep trash contained and secure. I really just want to emphasize that proper sanitation can and really always should be used in the place of rodenticides under most circumstances, especially with residents or residential properties.
And there are, when you call one of these companies and you ask them, do you use rodenticides? Are they good about saying, yes, we do, or no, we don't? Or do you have to sort of do your homework?
You really do have to do your homework, and it depends on the company. There can be some great companies out there that really specialize in, humane practices that really get at the root cause of why you're having the rodent issue. But you have to be really careful. So since AB 1788 or Assembly Bill 1788 was put into effect, this banned 6 of the most common second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides in California. It's a temporary ban, so right now there's a study going on to determine whether or not that's going to be a full ban in place going in the future. But you have to be really careful because since this temporary ban went in place, there's a lot of alternatives that are on the market that companies are saying are non-toxic, but are actually extremely dangerous. And so you just want to really be careful. Even if they say it's non-toxic, really do your homework. Make sure you look, because some of these other quote unquote non-toxic alternatives have no antidotes, right? So if your child or your dog accidentally gets into one of these bait boxes around your home, it could be the end. These things are extremely dangerous. So it's important to do your research.
Okay, so let's go back to these billboards now. Cities Against Rat Poison is the organization behind this campaign, and tell me about that first.
Yeah, so Cities Against Rat Poisons was originally founded by Poison Free Malibu and Poison Free Agora. They really are trailblazers as far as legislation goes of having policies be enacted in our own communities to break the poison chain and to get poisons out of our system, especially when it comes to residential properties. And so now the Cougar Conservancy, my organization, is also a part of CARP, along with Poison Free Conejo Valley, and many, many others. And what we do is this is a hub where we share resources so that we could better serve the communities that we all serve as part of our missions.
And I bet you have more and more cities that want to jump on. I know that the minute that I found out about the chain, the way that it worked, I think I don't know that I've ever used a rodenticide in the past, but I mean, that made it so easy that I never would in the future either, once you understand how that chain works. So I bet you've got more and more people wanting to join in, and more cities wanting to join in.
Absolutely. And we welcome anyone who wants to start their own, grassroots, movement, whether it's you making sure that everyone on your block in your neighborhood knows about the dangers of rodent poisons, and you just want to connect your neighbors, family, and friends to resources, or you want to start your own organization that's dedicated to doing this in a certain area, please reach out to us. We are committed to nurturing both individual understanding and community-wide responsibility for safeguarding the environment and our children and our pets from poisons. So, yes, definitely reach out to our group.
Okay, and how did they do that?
You can reach out to us at citiesagainstratpoisons.com or thecougarconservancy.org.
You are awesome, Korinna. Thank you so much for what you're doing and the way that you're raising awareness. I hope people see these signs, and if nothing else, these signs will get you to think. And once you think about that chain, maybe it will make you stop and think about the way that you have either used rodenticides in the past. You'll throw them away, try and come up with alternatives. Just think about the beautiful cougars that are out there and how we want to keep as many of them around as possible.
Hear, hear, Jennifer.
All right. Korinna, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
See you
Thanks
later.
for having me.
All right.